what's this? How much sugar can you eat? Well, actually you can eat quite a lot of it, but I wouldn't recommend you to do so every day. Plus, you also should eat other things, which I do. You just happen to only see me eating pancakes, but if I would only eat pancakes, I would probably be a bit more chubby. Plus, I also have kind of, balance. I go outside, I slackline, and do all these kinds of things. And I also make sure, now I have some coconut fat on top. I try to keep it, now it's also vegan. Because I said to myself, I don't want to eat eggs anymore. And that's why I use starch now to make it into some kind of fluffy thing. But also, I'm actually aware that it's not the best thing to eat frequently. A lot of people, they just stuff something into their mouth and then they wonder why they have heartburn. That's how I had it most of my life. I always said, I don't understand why I have heartburn. I'm doing everything, I'm eating so healthy. So if you actually start looking at what you eat, which will take probably a long time, then you realize, holy shit, I was probably doing everything wrong. I was always eating way too much. Also, I wouldn't just eat, no, I would also snack, because I had nothing else to do, so I would just fill my time with eating. And now, more or less, I just eat when I feel like I need energy, which right now I do, because talking is a completely different matter than writing. When you write, it's more like from the inside. You don't have to you just... Talking, on the other hand, is a completely different matter. It drains you much faster, especially with video. Well, not so much anymore. But that's also why this morning when I was lying in bed, I thought, oh, you could walk somewhere. Make really amazing videos so that people will love it. Do all kinds of different locations. Like yesterday, you went outside. Today you have to do it again. And then you can go and do climb on things and do stuff there. And that's already when you lost it. I'm glad I reminded, because I was laying in bed and I thought, this morning, right? I was laying in bed and I thought, holy shit, I feel quite drained. What am I talking about? Doing all these things for? I would fucking hate it. It just wouldn't feel like that's what I want to do today. So I decided to just do an indoor day. And until now I managed to basically not leave the house. So I just stayed inside. It's actually quite nice. I do feel the heartburn coming. Because that's the disadvantage of staying inside. Is you have always food available. But I didn't actually eat that much. This is my first proper meal. Before I was just eating half an apple. What did I have else? Oh yeah, shit, I had oats already. Haha. So that's oats again. Just in a different package. Yeah, see, sometimes we tell ourselves, oh, it's okay that I eat this now because, it wasn't that bad what I ate today. So maybe for you it would be good to write down what you're eating. if you're having trouble with heartburn or indigestion or headaches or anything, just write it down and then just try to really force yourself to admit that your diet is shit and that you have no idea how you're supposed to eat, because that's how I felt. I realized at one point that I have been so confused all my life with what to eat, because maybe I feel like I want to eat sugar all the time, and then people say it's unhealthy. And then I try to eat healthy, but that also doesn't really work, because then I'm craving the sugar, and then the healthy kind of loses its taste, because if I eat every day healthy, I don't really appreciate eating healthy anymore. And what's healthy anyway? I mean, as long as it's healthy for me, because I cannot eat today like I don't want to die of cancer in 30 years. Because then I might just live a really shit life and I can't enjoy eating sweet stuff anymore, which I quite like. So I have to find that kind of balance where I can still eat sweet stuff, but also eat other things. And maybe just eat less in general. And then if I eat sweet stuff, it's not so bad anymore because, I'm not so stuffed already. So also now, maybe I shouldn't drink another coffee then if I already have heartburn, and then I just say, you know what, I know I'm addicted, because that's the first thing you have to say. Admit to yourself that you're an addict for food, for sugar, that you have cravings. Don't try to pretend like you don't. Just because you're not fat doesn't mean, you don't feel shit because of the way you eat. I'm not fat, and yet I feel often shit because of the way I eat. And it's gotten better. Certainly leaving out all these animal fats and stuff, I feel better also about what I eat, because I had this point, and it started, I don't know, a couple of months ago, that I found that I thought it was disgusting to eat eggs, but I kept eating them because I had developed a habit of eating eggs and adding eggs to my pancake. And now I'm just trying to get rid of that habit, and actually it's working. I mean, of course starch is not the same thing, but you could exchange starch for something else, which is, for example, like linseed seeds. They give more like an eggy flavor and not this kind of like bleh. So linseed seeds, for example, you can add. And to make it then a bit more fluffy, you can add coconut flour, also corn flour, but I'm not a big fan of corn. Corn really gives me the similar effect that gluten does, which is like foggy. And when I eat these kind of pancakes, I may get heartburn, but I don't fall out of love, which is for me at the moment the most important thing. Because if I fall out of love, and I say that because I mean it, you can fall in love, you can fall out of it. And that depends also on what you eat. And what you eat has also a huge impact on how you think. Because if you eat low vibrational foods all the time, which includes meat and alcohol and gluten, you're basically saying, hello depression, goodbye happiness. And that's just a fact. And if you don't believe me, all you have to do is, work towards trying it. Like maybe you're a heavy meat eater, and maybe you've tried stopping to eat meat, but you just don't manage, because every time, somebody eats steak in front of you, like, I want to eat that too. And that's the problem we often have, that we always want what others have. So just be happy with what you have, and if everybody's just eating meat, then you just say, I eat nothing. Because it's your choice. But if you do what others do, then it's their choice and not yours anymore. And they may be ignorant about the consequences, but that doesn't matter because they don't know that there are consequences. But you do know it. And that's why I have learned from, that night at the mosque, those 2 evenings, where I did eat meat that was contained in the soup. And I just, I have to continue to learn and to pay attention, because otherwise I keep making the same mistakes. And if something starts to disgust me, then I have to pay attention to that and not just ignore it because, oh, I think it would be so complicated to stop eating eggs now. But if it disgusts you, then there's a reason. Disgust is a form of your intuition to tell you, right from wrong. If the behavior of a person disgusts you, then you should pay attention if you're doing the same thing. And if you're doing the same thing, then you should stop doing that. But for that you have to pay attention and you have to allow others to teach you something without saying it. So you don't ask people, you just observe them. And not like, I'm observing you! And it's no use telling them because they have to make their own mistakes and learn from that. And some people learn very slowly. And that's why, if you also go to people and you ask them for advice, like if I try to ask my father or anyone, like ignorant people, and you ask them for advice, they're gonna give you advice. But it's useless because, they don't live it. So what's the point? I mean, I can lecture you now about stopping to eat sugar, but to me right now it's okay because it gives me energy, and right now I have to, I just have a goal, it's keep going. And today I also have kind of a lazy day. Because yesterday I was just out the whole day. I didn't drink, I didn't eat after a certain time. And that just brought me, in a couple of days, I think I started on the 26th maybe, or 25th to record videos. And today I already am above 80. And that's also the other point. It's not for the sake of creating videos for others. I also have to like them. But I like all of them, and that's the funny thing, because I like recording videos. So just keep going. And even recording a video like this, I believe, has more value than whatever you're watching. Because I believe it's honest. And it's actually what I do.